Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Today we're going to go over the most hated team, maybe besides the Deoxys, but the most hated team for sure of the Dragon Gym Cup. That is the round team. And their hatred is not unwarranted, I will say that. And you know what? Let's just get into this. While my opponent jumps in here, and very interesting squad here. The round team, I will say, I'm not the best user of the round team. I'm sure you've come up against a round team, and when played correctly, they wreck shop. That being said, for whatever reason, I do not have the magic touch with this team. But I went with Mew, 3 Wigglytuffs, 2 Sylveons. Now, the reason I have 3 Wigglytuffs and 2 Sylveons is because when you use Wigglytuff, their next move, they're not able... What is he doing? Over switch, full block. Switcheroo, I've never seen anybody actually use that. But when... once you use them, your opponent cannot use a plate after you use Wigglytuff. And I have a great video that when I was practicing with this round deck, and see the fact that he's taking so long to play here makes me think he's trying to use a plate of some kind. We're just going to dispense another Wigglytuff out there. But I've got a great short little video. It's coming this weekend. I don't know if it's coming out Saturday or Sunday, but definitely going to put that out there. And it's so funny what happens. So now I'm just going to march Wigglytuff up. And we're going to make him defend his goal. I made a misplay there. I should have backtracked and knocked out his Pokemon right here. But nonetheless, I got too focused on what it was I was doing. And let's see, I don't want him to be able to use plates. So I'm just going to march up here with him again. Yeah, that was bad play. But right now I just don't even want him to... That's a lot of power there. I have a max revive here in my plates. So I'm going to bring out another Wiggly. Alright, and that's about as much Wiggly as I can do at the moment. So we're going to bring another Sylveon out, or a first Sylveon. The thing that makes this team so strong is round, which is, on this one, is 51 for every round user on the field. So right now, we're doing a little over 200 damage. $200 damage even. Not a bad way to make a living. The reason why I moved up there instead of with Wigglytuff right here is because I didn't want to give Reshiram a lane to get towards my goal. I've been working on some counters because a lot of people have been asking, what can I do to counter the round deck? And the simple answer is there is no great counter. Let me do some quick math here. 4 is 160. Okay, so we're good. There are no... Let me put it to you this way. You could probably build a pretty decent team to counter a round team. But in my opinion, if you put together an entire team built just to stop one opponent, then you're not going to have the best team possible. And I really don't find that I face that many round teams. I definitely face them. I'm not going to initiate the battle. I'm in such control right now that I really don't know that it's necessary to initiate a battle. But I haven't come across a whole lot of round teams. So at this point, I would say just keep using your normal squad. Things that I would look for are Pokemon who leave status effects when they get knocked out. That's a good one. Sliggoo. Things that have purples that deal damage. For example, like what's his name? Magmortar would be a good one, because if he loses, he leaves him burned. And he's just not going to do anything. So we're going to do double chance. We're going to attack with Sylveon. Like Sliggoos. Oh, we need to dodge. The Zuelos and his ability for sleep, not for roar, which moves the Pokemon but triggers the evolution. Things of that nature. There's another one, and I can't think of what it is right now off the top of my head. But like Dratini, who when he gets knocked out, sends them back to the bench, at least takes one of their Pokemon out of the field to play for a turn. Maybe you can capitalize on that. We've just got this guy surrounded in here. 255. Not bad. I actually like Jolteon to go up against the Wigglytuffs. Really, Zygarde. Nice. Zygarde is a decent counter. Make sure you use the play. Oh, I forget about his passive. All right. Well, we can't have this going on. Empoleon is super annoying with his passive. Because he can, going back to what I was saying, no, I don't want to redo that. Going back to what I was saying is, if he lands on his Land's Wrath, then he can make the others spin, and if the Wigglies land on purple, then they get knocked out. But, oh, see, he wants to do that again. Alright, so where do I want to block off here? I guess we'll go there. We'll probably come all the way out to here. That's what Switcheroo does. Okay. Oh no, he wanted to go there. Watch Empoleon just march through my team here. Actually, no. Sylveon. What to do here? Actually, let me think about this for a second. I'm actually going to, now that I've stopped talking and I'm actually playing, I'm going to hurdle jump there because he can't come back here and go for this round. So that's what we're going to do. And then my next play, I'll go here because he has to attack. Very interesting little passive there by Empoleon. I haven't seen it really used effectively. But that was really well done. Unfortunately, because Sylveon does so much damage, it didn't work out for him. But very well played. Actually made me stop playing on autopilot and have to actually think about what I was doing. So bravo. But yeah, counters. I had a few lined up. The Sliggoo is good because you can switch places if you can get him. And actually, if you can get his entire evolution, that would be ideal. But the first two are going to swap spots. And I did a video on the easiest evolutions to make where I highlighted him. You can also, so you're going to swap spots with him, create the evolution, and when you get to the final Goodra, he's going to push Pokemon back one, and unlike Roar or Spiky Shield that Chestnut has, it's going to move, if two of them are buddied up next to each other on the opponent's goal, it's going to move them both back one space and give them weight, which is ideal. So that helps create an opening to capture the goal there. I really don't think anybody is running with two full evolutions of Gumi to Sliggoo. And because we're going to go second, I'm going to look at his plates. Scoop. Long throw, goal block, counterattack. Okay, so long throw is in essence what Empoleon was doing. Empoleon has that built in. Things with purples, Dratini is decent because Dratini will knock opponents back to the bench with his purple, and for the most part, they can't counter purples very well. No, see? I think Zapdos is a really nice counter. We're actually not going to take that. But he's going to fly right over me. It might have actually been a really bad play. I like Zapdos. Saw that coming, but he's going to attack. We can avoid getting knocked out, which we did. That was actually a very fortunate spin. I'm not paying a lot of attention here, but it worked out. Oh, and he's got two Zapdos. So let's come out here. Attacking early like he did is another way. And I don't want him to use plates, so I'm already doing more damage than he can handle. Oh no, you know what? I messed up. I'm going to attack because I have to, because he has long throw, and I fell into my own trap that I like to pull on people. And I didn't double chance. That was right up there in one of my worst moves. Probably. Wow. But he didn't use the long throw. Oh, because I use Wigglytuff and he can't use a card. So, nice. That being the case, I'm just going to keep using Wigglytuff here. If we can survive this. Wow, 126. All right. Let's just keep using Wiggly. Now, what do we want to do? I think the point has come. I'm actually going to back you out. But where do I want to go? The reason why I backed out is because he has long throw. And I don't want him setting up a surround kill. I honestly don't feel like I'm very good with the round team. I don't play a style that I'm used to or comfortable playing. Oh, and he can't use long throw. Oh, nice. As long as... So then here's the question. Do I just keep using Wiggly? Oh, there. See, I cannot tell you how many times I just completely forget, absent-mindedness, whatever, but I just completely forget that I can't attack him. And I go and use the double chance like I'm sure you guys have. Like I've seen people doing to me and I just laugh at them. I'm like, you dummy, you can't do that. So I wonder, I honestly don't, I can tell you the truth. I don't know if Ho-Oh can come into the game because he's frozen without long throw. Or he's sleeping. I don't think he can. So here's the thing. If you have Wigglytuffs, I did not even bring Sylveon out into the game. I just completely prevented them from being able to use plates that would help them out. Now, I need to... That's good enough for winning because it didn't knock me out. But that is going to take our win streak up to 5. Nice. So there you go. There's the round deck. I hope I'm still working on putting together a team for you guys. I want to put something together that can kind of have a chance to counter a Deoxys team. Is a great counter. If you look at the leaderboards, I believe like top 8, top 10, 9 of them have full Deoxys or 5 Deoxys teams. So that's still a really good counter. Zapdos, you want to have some gold in there. You want to have... I think Zygarde... I really like Zygarde as a 2 MP Pokemon. I think in normal league play, just having the 1 MP is a complete handicap. But in this, having the 2 MP, I think he's actually a very viable Pokemon. But having him in your deck where he can make any the Wigglytuffs respin, possibly landing on their purple, because it's a decent sized purple wheel, that's a good Pokemon, and you can go out and attack quick with him and hopefully get an early knockout before 3 or 4 or 5 round users are out on the field. The Zuelos with Roar to move them back off the point, so if they're on the goal, and then he'll evolve into Hydreigon, who has Dracometer, who can also cause people to respin and knock them out. Zapdos is a good one. The Sliggoo line, the Gumi Sliggoo, and Goodra is another good one. And Magmortar leaving the burn status. Trying to think of Pokemon that would mean like Flareon, who leaves a burn status. Things who send them back to the bench. Dragonair, who has Dragon Tail, so if you get knocked out, they get sent back to the bench. Pokemon of that nature. And I've been asked, well, can you give some examples of other Pokemon? So I'm trying not to just throw out a bunch of EX Pokemon and people are like, well, I don't have a team like that. So I'm trying to give you things to look for. I know that Tauros has his purple move, knocks people off of their spot. Spiky Shield on Chestnut. And then you could probably go from his pre-evolution up to him to make him 100. And to make Spiky Shield 3, although I don't know that you necessarily need the 3, 2 is probably sufficient on that. Glaceon would be good for his frozen ability. Leafeon would be good for the sleep. I've tried Poliwhirl. It's not great. Looking at Sylveon's wheel, it just doesn't... Being confused doesn't do a whole lot. I think it turns the round into a dodge. So not super effective there. But that's kind of all I have for how to like counter this deck. Double chance, you want to have those, use them early, use them often, and you really want to try to maintain the board control with your plates and using them early. So that's going to wrap up this installment of Poke Fodder. Let me know what teams you're using. Let me know how successful you're going. Do you have Dragonite yet? That's what I want to know. What do you think of him? Have you used him? I have my opinions. I do have him. I'm going to do a video for you. You know I'm going to do a video for you on Dragonite. And I don't know exactly how I feel about him just yet. I think he could have been a little bit better, but that's okay. We can work with it. And until next time, I'll catch you later.